Now we come to another way of using the Xlookup function, which is for a horizontal lookup, also known as Hlookup. So this is the data that we were working on in our earlier sheet. I've gone ahead and also looked up the country values which correspond to the city over here. These are a little bit different in the sense that these values are not to the right of our lookup value, but rather on the left. But thankfully, Xlookup allows us to pick our return array in any direction. I'm going to leave you to do this on your own. However, the entire solved data set will also be available to you in our download section. So in case you need any help in writing the formula, go ahead and refer to that sheet to pick it up from there. Now we come to a horizontal lookup. In my list of values, I have my three countries, India, Australia, and Germany, mapped to the regions which, rather than being on the side, are below my lookup value. So this is known as a horizontal lookup, where your list of values are not vertically listed, but rather horizontally listed. Well, that doesn't really change much when it comes to the formula. It's actually very, very similar to the earlier function we wrote. So let's see how we can do this quickly. And I hope that you'll actually be able to pause the video here and try it yourself before you go ahead and watch me do it. So I'm going to take a moment here and hope that you've paused it. And in case you haven't, well, follow along. But in case you've already been able to do it yourself, then good job, and I knew you could do it. So here's how I would do this horizontal lookup. I start off with the Xlookup function, which seems to be the only function now I need to know in Excel because it has so many features built in. My lookup value in this case is the country, and my lookup array in my list of values is this horizontal list of values over here. Again, do not forget to add your dollar signs by pressing the F4 function key. And my return value is in this horizontal list of values over here. Again, I press the F4 key, and that's it. I get my region over here. So go ahead and double click on that little square sign to drag these values all the way to the bottom of your list. I hope this was much easier for you to do than trying to write the Xlookup function for the first time when it came to the name. And I'm sure that the more times you keep repeating the function, the easier it will get. So that's where we are with the simple versions of VLOOKUP and Hlookup. And in the next video, we'll do something a little bit more complex where we will use the lookup function and look up non-exact values.